What's up, y'all? This is Critic. I just want to do a quick review on this new movie I watched called Karate Kid Legends. This is basically a spiritual sequel to two movies, right? It's a spiritual sequel to the original Karate Kid, with LaRusso and Mr. Miyagi. It's a sequel to the remake Karate Kid with Mr. Han, played by Jackie Chan, and, well, at the time, starring Jaden Smith. And it's kind of a connection to Cobra Kai, but I don't want to get any further to that. So all three of those properties or shows or movies have a connection to the Karate Kid franchise. This movie, Mr. Han is in this as a trainer this time. Of course, he was a trainer in the original movie, but here, he's not only a trainer, but he is the uncle of our main protagonist, Li Fong. And he's just coming from, I don't want to butcher this, but I'm just going to say Japan. And so he moves from Japan because of an incident that happened at that place. And so he moves to New York, where he meets new friends, see new places, and it's just socially awkward and nervous. He's bilingual, he knows English. He's basically trying to get acquainted with what's going on with his surroundings. He meets this girl named Mia, who helps him go around, seeing how New York is like. And they have a little bit of a relationship, a little flirty here and there, as two kids have when they have they like each other. Let's just go with that. But then they come across this guy named Connor Day, who's a murderer. We'll get to that. And he's basically the ex-boyfriend of Mia. And then Connor comes in, tries to fight Lee, kicks the mess out of him, punches the mess out of him, basically bullies him. And Li Fong is trying, to overcome that. And then we gotta get to the dad owing money to his family, to Connor's family, and then the tournament that they have to play. The reason why Li Fong has to fight in order to, help help Mia's family be able to pay whatever he had to pay so he don't, get murdered or killed by Connor's family. So there's a lot going on as I'm explaining this, because I believe this movie is a missed opportunity a little bit. Now, what I can compare this to, which you think is unfair, but the way this movie is set up is basically setting themselves up, is Creed. Now, with Creed, it was just simple. You have one of Rocky's rivals' son as the main protagonist. He gets trained by Rocky, and all he wants to do is to try to up the rankings and become a legitimate boxer. That's all the movie was. Well, basically him overcoming, the trauma that he's been going through, being a foster kid, telling people yo, I'm not a mistake. If y'all know, y'all know. One of the best movies I ever watched. Here, they try to do the same thing, but they're doing so much. When they could just cut out everything, put things together, and make it smooth. So you have 2-3 different plots happening at the same time. You have Li Fong trying to, get used to New York. You also have his business with Connor, the murderer, who's, I'm not gonna lie, this kid is a psychopath. Matter of fact, this is like a grown man. He's kicking folks, he's beating people up, he's scaring adults, he's making them flinch, and they flinch. It's like, oh man, this is too much. He should be in jail. He tagging people for no reason. Damn. So you have that plot, right? And then you have the father owing money to Connor's family, and Li Fong has to teach him how to fight. It's yo, what we doing? I don't if it works in context of everything, I'm cool, but it's why? So in the movie, Mia's father is a former boxer. And for some reason, he owes Connor's family's money, and they are trying to kill him because he hasn't paid off. And so what Mia's father do is ask Li Fong, hey, I see the way you fight. You should teach me how to fight. And then Li Fong calls Mr. Han and is what should I do? He said, well, teach him how to fight. You spread the wealth, basically. And Li Fong teaches him how to fight. And it's what? I had fun with it, but it's where are we going with this? And then there's another plot where, okay, Li Fong has to go to the tournament so he can get the money, yada yada. It's you didn't need to do the father training. Or if you're going to do that, you don't need to show Lee Fong being in a tournament or training. You gotta do one way or the other. You can't just split these and make it a whole different movie. Just let Lee Fong be trained by, Also, before I say this, Daniel LaRusso, played by Ralph Macchio. Sorry if I butchered that last name. You don't see him until the last quarter of the movie. I'm like, what? He not training him until the last few minutes? It's like, damn, what are we doing? At least Sylvester Stallone in Creed was able to train Creed. Here it's like there's no storyline, it don't mix. And so it's gonna look like nostalgia bait, and you don't want it to look nostalgia bait in the movie. So there's just so much going on. So many things need to be webbed together when they could just be one cohesive thing, and it doesn't become cohesive. And I think that's why this movie is getting bad reviews, and well, at least from the critics' perspective. And it just, I don't know, it wasn't doing it for me. But I will say the action scenes were tight. I like Lee Fong. He was cool. He was a little nerdy, but he know what to do with them hands and them feet. Like he looked like Jackie Chan. He looked like Jackie Chan. The way he moved, it's like he was trained by Jackie Chan. And the way Jackie Chan fights is, he looked like he about to have an accident, but he planning on like what area to punch or kick. That's how this kid was fighting, and that was probably one of the best parts of the movie, was the action sequences. And also, I do like Lee Fong character. I always love characters that overcome stuff. Those are my top favorite characters. Like he was basically Peter Parker, and I like that. Also, by the way, they showed this tutor who played in the It movies. And I'm like, that's a grown ass man. Who is he? He hanging out with them in parties and shit. Like, what are we doing here? Why is he here? Why is he hanging out with this kid and showing him his place and all that? I don't know. It was weird, but he was here. If you don't remember his character, he basically played the kid that got killed in the second movie of It Chapter 2. And I'm sorry if I spoiled it, but if you haven't watched It Chapter 2, then I don't know what you're doing. So he was in this movie, and it was great seeing him, but it was weird the way they would try to put him in the storyline. It was like, why are you his friend? But it is what it is. Also, another problem that I had with this movie is the mom. Now, the mom is played by Ming Wen, who is Mulan in Disney, which is one of my favorite Disney movies. And her whole thing is, okay, your brother died. We have to overcome this. When you come to America, do not fight. I'm like, what? Like fighting in a tournament, or like not fighting at all? Because if it's not fighting at all, I'm like, yo, I got this murderer trying to kill me, trying to fight me. I ain't even doing nothing. All I'm doing was trying to live my life with Mia, and this white boy come here and try to beat me up. What am I supposed to do, Mom? What am I supposed to do here? Like, that was just annoying. It's like, come on, are you serious? This kid, this grown man is trying to beat me up, and you tell me not to fight, and he know how to fight. Like, come on. And that was one of the problems. That was one of the main problems. Like, it was annoying. It was like, come on, let the son fight. Let him defend himself. You can't be in trouble if the antagonist antagonize you, because you can get a free hit. For real. Man. But I didn't think this movie was terrible. It just was a missed opportunity for the things that they could have done. Yeah. And that's all I'll say about the movie. And I'll probably give it like, I don't know, like 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's probably what I'll give it. So make sure to like, comment down below your thoughts on Karate Kid Legends. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, y'all. Peace.